Hello and welcome, everybody. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to read for you. Today, we are focusing on a subject that I get a lot of personal inquiry about, and I know it's not as popular as the love readings, but it's tarot for business. And you know what? A lot of really successful people out in the world that are all about business really value intuition. They really value, connectedness, and a lot of mediums. So a lot of people in business actually use things like tarot and intuitives and mediumship, and especially trying to focus in on intuition to develop strategies, to gain insight, to see if what they're doing is in alignment, especially for spiritually or wellness devised or, businesses in particular. So I have here a spread specific for business. And right now, if you are looking to go into business or you are in business and you're looking for some deeper insight, I'm really hoping that this spread will lend some clarity to you. I'm going to just tilt this down for a moment here. So I'm working with Serpent Fire Tarot at the moment. We're just going to give it a good shuffle, try to align. The beautiful ocean there behind me. Just, oh my gosh, so grateful. I should lift it back up and let you guys see. I don't know if you can see with the glare of it. Hello. How heavenly is that? So I'm just going to align here. And I'm going to take a peek at this spread here. And I believe that you guys should still see everything that you're seeing while I am placing out the spread. So, time is fluid in tarot. Disclaimer, this is for entertainment purposes only. Always seek professionals when needed. Use your own guidance, discrimination. Don't go do crazy things in your life because the tarot lady said so. If the story fits, take the wisdom from it that works. Let the rest go. If it doesn't, check out one of the other pick a cards or zodiac or typology things that I have going on this channel. If you haven't liked, subscribed, or commented yet, please do so. It helps inspire, encourage me to keep creating this content for you. Readings are on by donation just for a few more days, and then I will have my set rates up. So we're going to take this card here, okay, as the kind of like overall energy of what's going on today. And so I believe that the overall energy for most of you is trying to make a decision. So we have the Two of Pentacles here. I'm going to actually pull out the cards for the spread, okay. And I'll shift this so that you guys can see better after. So card number 1, number 2, number 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, I'm going to move this. I'll fix it in a moment. 9, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Bottom of the deck is this star. So I believe that's a pretty good omen. Somebody's going to be a star in this situation, business-wise, or maybe you're looking at a star. So 1 is the current situation. So the current situation And I have to kind of flip back and forth here to see like what it is you guys are seeing. Okay, so the current situation, which is the King of Pentacles. Okay, the current situation. I'm trying to. Okay, so we have the current situation as the King of Pentacles. Then we have the current challenge, which is the Two of Swords. Again, like decision making, right? The overall energy of the deck was Two of Pentacles. So Two of Swords. There's some kids playing outside. They're smacking sticks at the moment. So that's what's going on there. So then 3 is where to find help. You have the 7 of Wands in reverse. And this is a specific business spread that I have found online. It's a spread I haven't worked with before. But if we like it and we find that it's good, we can continue with the spread. Where to find help? Long-term gains is the 6 of Swords. Short-term gains, which is the King of Cups. Strengths, the Sun. Ooh. Strengths is the Sun. Weaknesses, the Ace of Swords. Okay. What to focus on? Queen of Wands in reverse. What to focus on in the future is the 5 of Swords. And opportunities, the Chariot. Ooh la la. Okay. All right. So this is for people looking to start a business, people that are already in business, that are just looking for more depth, more understanding. So you guys can take a what have I done? Where's the live streaming? So what I'm going to do here is point you guys to the ocean for a quick minute. I'm just going to throw something in the oven really quickly for one of my kids, and I'll be right back. You guys can watch these other kids playing out by the beach. Okay, so I'm back. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for waiting. And that's just better. So I have that in the oven and being prepared for him. So we have this situation going on here. So the current situation in your business is the King of Pentacles. So either you are or the person you're with seems to be really exuding this beautiful, beautiful manifesting energy, something that will manifest these prisms of light and extension. It's very secure, something that will just radiate light. Whatever this business is, it's something that is very strong, very secure, and is going to lend a lot of, I see, healing for other people in specific. So even though this might be like financially tied, or it might be a consumer product, it could be a service, it could be really anything, I feel like it's very rooted and grounded in a very, very much a healing light. So this business seems to be rooted in stability, and a very like strong, confident, wise, masculine energy. It's an energy of giving. And remember, energies can be fluent. You could be a female still embracing this like strong masculine element of self. The challenge at hand right now is trying to make a decision. Okay, so the current challenge is the Two of Swords. So it's like a sharp decision needs to be made. And that is what has you hung up. So for some of you, the decision might be whether or not to move forward with this business. The decision might be relative to partnership or persons involved in the collaboration of this. The reason I say that is because there is multiple cards here with two, like the overall tone of the reading is the Two of Pentacles. So it's relative to trying to strike some type of balance, trying to come into balance. It might be juggling two different ideas, or it might be two different partners struggling to come to an agreement, or two people trying to find balance. So the decision right now, the challenge is either between two people in this partnership, like and you see the person is looking away from this King of Pentacles. So some of you might be dealing with a very grounded, strong, masculine energy that is more logical thinking, and you're trying to decide whether or not this is the right thing for you. The other thing is trying to maybe decide whether or not this is a practical element, something that you could do, something that you could balance between other elements of your life, and trying to introspect over like what type of energy to bring into this, what balance of ideas will come. Where to find help. So you have the Seven of Wands in reverse. So the Seven of Wands, typically, this is somebody that's going deep within, that's sitting back, that's waiting on movement. Like they're not rushing in like the Eight of Wands rushes in to communicate. The Seven of Wands is hanging back and taking a moment. You're going to find help by coming out of this place of waiting. The longer you wait, the more stagnancy is going to set in, is what I feel. And it, in essence, is turning to fear, is what I intuit from the situation. Long-term gains for this particular idea that you're focused on right now would be the Six of Swords. So the long-term gains from the decision you're trying to make about this business would be the Six of Swords. So like it would either lead other people to moving forward to things that better served them, or it's helping you to move forward to things that better serve you. So leaving behind elements of life that aren't really truly nourishing you or nurturing you. This business has the potential to help you move forward to things that are going to serve you better, like moving on to better pastures, literally. Your business, the long-term gains might help other people to do that too, just because there's all of this light coming out of the pentacles here. It seems like there's potential for healing, or there's potential for manifestation for others. Like that's the kind of energy that's going to be lent by this particular business. And bringing in the Six of Swords makes me believe too that there's like a healing element or nature, or even like say it's financial advice or something like that, still helping people to move forward into better places in their life, to move out of things that are perhaps keeping them stagnant. because where the help comes from is by moving out of this place of waiting and moving into action. So you might even in your business seek out some type of coach or somebody that can come in and try and bring a little bit of movement to the situation, because there's a lot of waiting here. And oftentimes in business, when people have a business idea, they become very guarded over protecting all of what they're doing. And I totally get that, being a person that's had multiple businesses. But the thing is that, we have strengths in certain areas, and our strengths aren't in every single area. There's other people that have strengths in certain areas. So help might be by coming out of this kind of internal world of waiting. And I feel like having somebody else come in that can actually help bring some movement, some flow. So oftentimes investing in other people that have strengths where you don't. And other times it's courses. Like, the big thing about business, I really feel, is you have to have your logical ducks in a row, but more than that, it's like survival of the fittest. And survival of the fittest comes down to re-motivating yourself day in and day out, and having your really strong whys, why you're doing this, and having like goals and end games and all of these construct things that actually create a formula that you can follow. Otherwise, it doesn't work. You can have the best idea and the best intentions in the world, but if you don't have something to follow, it's very easy to get discouraged, because it's like a shark eat shark world when you're out there and you're just relying on yourself for everything to come to play. So inviting other energies, using your intuition to invite other energies into the collective space of the energy that you're creating, even if it's a course, even if it's a course or something like that, or a challenge, a business challenge, or an organization challenge, or a decluttering challenge, or a creativity challenge. Just, I feel like it's really important to be voicing out loud to you right now to invite other energy, other perspective in. I also feel encouraged to tell you, don't go to the persons that aren't in alignment with the type of thing that you're offering. So if you have other people in your life that are really prone to giving advice, and you're used to going to them all of the time because they have some element of success in their world, but they're not a mentor to you, and they're in fact not interested in the things that you're doing, definitely safeguard yourself from that type of energy, because it'll just bring you down. So let's see here. Short-term gains is the King of Cups. Okay, and so with the King of Cups is typically, another strong energy. So you might have a water sign come in, or somebody that is a good partner, because you see this like balance of partnership here. So short-term gains might be to invite a partner into this endeavor, or to be on the same page as the partner that you have, to kind of invest energy into really showing up and listening and exploring what the partner or potential partner has to say, or external energy that's coming in to meet and help right now. Because the King of Cups often lacks, emotion, but is a very strong and actually loving person that does want to create. So you have a very strong potential for partnership here in the short-term gain. Okay. The long-term gain is, this is something that will help bring you towards more soul searching and more soul satisfying endeavors, something that's higher in your path for you overall in life through this opportunity. The weaknesses. Okay, so the strengths. The strength is, you have the Sun. So for some of you guys, the strength in your business might actually be your son. So some of you might be getting in business with a family member. The strength could also be, you have a child or children that is giving you the momentum and the encouragement and the inspiration and motivation, everything that you need to be able to rise into this position and fuel this idea, this business that you have. For some of you, your business might be directly related around something to do with the sunshine or the summer, or around, the divine masculine or nourishment for life. Some of you might be doing destination things. The strength for some of you guys might be travel, that, you have these flying Pegasus here. You might have more freedom to travel with your children or your partner or yourself, or just have different explorations and ideas. So the strength in this could be financial freedom and ability to travel and have more experiences in general. For some of you, it might be like a destination business, or it might have to do with the summer or with children. But the strength could be in all of that. I see for many of you, it's going to be the flexibility to travel and the flexibility to enjoy more joy and just sunshine, really, in your life. The strength of this is freedom to be more happy. The weakness is the Ace of Swords. So the weakness in your business with Ace of Swords, I think that you or somebody else, your partner, could have like a sharp tongue, or maybe too many new ideas. So it's always very wise to hold your tongue and watch. Like, you can share swords of truth and you can be honest, but you can do it with grace and you can do it with dignity. The other thing too is when there's too many new ideas constantly surfacing and there isn't enough focus on one of them, this might be the weakness, and the opportunity to work on the weakness might be, having this external party coming in, or this course, something with a layout or formula, something for you to follow, so that it's not too many ideas coming in, especially for multi-passionate people that are just so interested in a variety of things. It's one thing to kind of like create a vision, and a vision can be like a conversation. It's like it starts here, but as you open up the conversation, it leads to this, and that. And you might find that even though your initial spark was great, that you actually much prefer the depth over here. But what can also happen is huge tangents, and then it's like a million ideas come out, and then you're just scattered and you're sitting back waiting, not knowing which one to pursue or to follow. So there's a lot of good online material for business coaching and for courses and things like that. I did B School and the Copy Cure with Marie Forleo. I've done a bunch of stuff with Kimra Luna as well. What am I doing now? Honestly, I'm just always doing self-development courses and things like that. Like, I probably listen to minimum 40 hours of podcasts a week relative to self-development, whether that's business or personal, if not quadruple that some months. So I'm always, as I'm doing chores and daily things, or wherever I have spare time and hours, like I'm definitely trying to upgrade and learn, and it's so helpful. So the next situation, or the next thing, is what to focus on now. So you have the Queen of Wands in reverse, and the Queen of Wands in reverse, it's like, see, when she's upright, she's got her back face towards the world and her arms are extended. She is manifesting. She's on top of the clouds, standing above these kind of cactus lightning bolt scenarios, right? Sorry, you'll have to give me just a moment. But in reverse, I find this timer so annoying. Reverse, she is underneath the storm. So right now, you need to focus on the reality of your present situation and how this particular fear and storminess of your situation is preventing you from actually manifesting to the next level of this opportunity in your business. Just hold on for one moment. Okay, so you need to pay attention to the here and now and see like what's going on in your physical sense and in your body. I do feel that the help being like having some type of system or external energy coming in so that you're not just in this waiting period of like sitting back, because the challenge is having to make a sharp decision. So many of you that are here, and the overall energy of the deck again, remember, is trying to make a balanced decision. So there's two people in the mix. You also have two kings. You have a king of pentacles and a king of cups. So somebody more logic based, somebody more heart based. That could be you battling your heart and mind, but it could also be your partnership in general, and you're having a hard time with this. So I feel like inviting in this other program, something like that you could do online, something that's more structured to help you guys follow a plan or help you follow a plan, or having somebody come in, like you might have like an actual business coach or somebody that's able to manage certain elements, maybe the bookkeeping, or somebody to focus on the marketing or the advertising. I just feel like in your particular situation, these decisions, and you feeling so overwhelmed, like the Queen of Wands, like in reverse, is just angry and upset and fiery, and just it's like lightning everywhere, just pent up frustration. So I feel like there needs to be another energy involved to help this because, oh, hi, Ben. Not sure how long you've been on here, if you're still on here. Uh, so, what to focus on in the future is the Five of Swords, because there's been a lot of conflict. Okay, so whatever situation there's been a lot of arguing. So I do believe the majority of you that are coming in here that are focused on whatever business it is that you're focused on getting into or that you're already into, there's been a lot of argument. Now, Five of Swords can be internal conflict. It can be a lot of sharp, confusing thoughts, but the bottom line is you need to focus on using your intuition and moving outside of your ego. We all need an ego. We all have a personality. I'm not somebody that says don't have an ego. I think that's silly. We all need them. But if your current situation right now is the King of Pentacles, so there's this nice, strong opportunity for this to be a very, very magnetic and flowing and stable healing type of energy. The sharp decision, the Two of Swords mixed with the Two of Pentacles, to me, it's like it's two different people, or it's battling thoughts. You also have the King of Pentacles and the King of Cups. Your short-term gain is the King of Cups. So you might feel that you are giving in to the other person for the short-term gain. But by doing that, you receive a long-term gain. Now, giving in, I don't believe in, okay, everybody does everything for selfish reasons. Even if you're passive, you're doing something for the selfish reason of YouTube might not approve, only half kidding here. Well, no, it seems fine so far, Ben. Yeah, it seems fine. Most tarot readers use them. It's actually okay. It seems to be so far. They might change that in the future. But so what I want to say about not giving in, or selfishness, it's like everything we do has a payoff, right? So if you're passive and you let the other person get their way, your payoff might be that you don't have to deal with conflict. Whereas, you might be more of a challenging type of person and be more direct and cause conflict in order to get the outcome that you desire, because you don't want to just lay low and lose out on opportunities for yourself. So everybody, essentially everything that we do is selfish, whether people believe it or not. It's actually everybody's got a motive behind all of our actions and non-actions. So your short-term gain may be to take into greater consideration this other personality, this King of Cups. And you see again, right in here, there is this display of partnership, two people on the same page. So you might want to open up your scenario to allow somebody to come in to have as much weight and stake in the company that you're in. You might want to involve other persons that have particular professional expertise that can weigh in the scenario or give some kind of structure to what you're doing, or invest in a course again. But right now, the decision you're trying to make is an emotional one, because for some reason you're upside down and inside out, and quite, it's like the Queen of Wands in reverse is like, set everything on fire. She's just like really emotional. And so I feel like right now, what you're looking at is the present situation, which is frustrated emotions. So you're trying to make a decision out of a lot of frustration. The way I'm going to read this spread here of looking to the future is, let's kind of project into the future a little bit. Like, how do you see this playing out with the frustration that you already have, and the future encompassing more swords, more fighting, more inner conflict if it's not external conflict with another person. If this is, conflict with just your own self, how is that going to change by making this decision? So is your decision right now to forget the potential of the short-term gain and struggle and try and find another kind of loophole? Or is it to try and maybe possibly actively listen? Because the King of Cups can come across as quite unemotional and sharp, but there is a strength in partnership here. There is, and it might be same sex, that you're dealing with in terms of partnership. Again, it could be mind and heart, but you're looking to the future, like, how much more do you want to sit in this frustrated energy? And how much more fighting are you willing to take? So I feel like some of you guys, the decision is whether or not to allow this constant back and forth between these two king energies, which could be your head and your heart, or it could just be having another person involved. But it's like, you have to make the decision now. Are you going to stay this frustrated? And this frustration might be self-inflicted. It might be your own internal chaos and dissatisfaction and energy that's going on because you're trying to do everything by yourself. And for some of you, it might just be that this energy coming in creates a lot of conflict because there's lots of fighting, and there's two people that just aren't able to see eye to eye. I encourage you to listen to your intuition on this one. If there is continuous conflict with another individual, that energy is likely not to shake loose. But if it's your own self that's an inner conflict and you're frustrated because you need to bring somebody else in to make this move forward, then, that's a decision that you have to sit with. Like, can you let go of that in your ego? The weakness is the Ace of Swords. So it can be swords of truth, and maybe the weakness is also that you don't want to hear it from this other king. You don't want to hear those sharp swords of truth in areas of your business that could be doing better in other ways. Again, also make sure you're always aligned with people that want the same thing as you, that believe in what you're doing. Otherwise, those swords of truth may be their truth, but they don't have to be your truth. The overall opportunity in this situation is the Chariot. And the Chariot is, I do believe that the Sun card trumps everything. Paired with the Chariot, there is real opportunity to move towards happiness and joy in this business. So this business also, bottom of the deck, the external energy. So the outside energy that is seen through your business is the star. So other people see you as a star. You know, there's opportunity for joy and happiness. That is the strength of this business. And there's opportunity for some of you guys to move. Some of you guys, it might be a location thing. For some of you guys, like seeing like the star, the sun, and the chariot here, it's like a very, very, very strong energy, a very strong outcome in business. There's a lot of potential for this to be known, you know, for this to create a lot of joy, to create a lot of opportunities, to travel, to move forward, to move towards healing. For some of you guys, it will be like a very healing business. For other of you, it's very travel oriented. It's like even spiritually cosmic. Like you have the star and the sun here, and moving towards like spiritual enlightenment or goals or self-awareness, just high vibrations. And you also have, oh my goodness, okay, I can't even ignore this. I'm going to just take these. You have like a small offer to build, followed by like a passionate new beginning here with this business, with the Ace of Wands, like somebody's handing you like a torch. And you're showing up as the Empress. And the Empress is somebody that's very strong in their own autonomy, that doesn't need anybody else to make them happy. The Empress is known to be able to take care of the kids, cook, clean, run the business, do the whole kit and caboodle. And again, energies can be reverse masculine, feminine. And the manifestation card comes out. So manifesting the sun, manifesting the star, manifesting building new opportunities, and a lot of personal strength and moving towards things that are good and healthy and solid for you. So I hope that this helped and this resonated. Again, listening to your intuition, always listen. There's biological factors. I did a 2-part series on intuition here that's free on my YouTube channel. You can check it out. It helps you develop your intuition, and that's really, really important for business. In that workshop, I talk about fight or flight, which keeps you in a state of fear, and then you're getting biological responses, but doesn't mean it's your intuition. You could be stuck in those fear channels versus, inside your intuition, you can get more clear guidance as to whether or not something is right for you. I do feel like you need external energy that's going to come in and bring some structure and focus, and that you really need to listen to how you feel with this partnership with this other person who could be short-term gain. Really decide whether or not it's your ego preventing you from wanting to hear those swords of truth, or your ego preventing you from having other people participate. Because a lot of the times we have strengths, and if we focus on our strengths and find trustworthy other energies to come in and fill the roles that, are not our strengths, then we can create something much more abundantly. And if it's not financially feasible to have outside experts come in, there is programs, courses, online initiatives, a variety of different things that you can do. And again, we have here the Emperor who is looking to build, and these 2 Pegasus riding out into the sun. So I do feel you have like a very authoritative masculine kind of energy that can come in and help bring some direction to what you're doing. And they are looking to build, and they will do it with kindness and compassion. You always want to invite that type of energy into your space. Trust yourself, listen to yourself. If somebody makes you uncomfortable, that's likely not the right person for you. So this is an intuitive opportunity to move towards, building the business of your dreams, or rectifying, maybe some past mistakes or too many ideas and things like that that have been shuffled around that have maybe taken away from the focus, and help you make this decision. I see you coming out in the end as strength, moving towards the best avenue for you. Strength is showing up. It's meeting things head on. It's not being passive. It's taking control of where you're at in a healthy way. And so that's it. That's the reading for today. I hope that this helps. Please like, share, subscribe, share this with friends, family, anybody you know that might want some guidance or direction around a business. Let me see, Ben. Um, okay, I'm going to have to look at these. I'm going to have to look at the comments after, Ben, because I'm trying to read from like sideways upside down. But much love to everybody. Thank you so much again for tuning in. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate you showing up. And I look forward to doing more and more readings.